Are you ready to grind? It's Sports 56 Grind Time with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Zane. Now, here's Peter and Anthony.
No! Here we go, we back! What up, y'all? We back. Sports 56 Grind Time. Anthony Zane sitting across from my boy. It ain't Peter Edmiston here at the house chilling. I guarantee you Peter at the house right now.
He's at the house.
I guarantee you Peter ain't doing nothing. Man, just off.
Man, just kicking his feet
Now,
up,
yesterday,
man.
I know he was traveling back from wherever he traveled from. That man at the house right now. I guarantee you Peter is just like, screw this, man. I need a recovery day. I guarantee you Peter on some recovery day type stuff, man. That man ain't doing nothing.
He needs a day off from
I guarantee you he ain't doing nothing. I guarantee just soaking all the privilege up. I've been here 20 years. I'm not working the day after Christmas for what? I'm Peter Edmiston, damn it. But yeah, shout out
But then
to
like
my boy.
2 days later, he got New Year's. So it's like, well, that doesn't matter.
That man, you just take the whole week off, man. Hey, y'all remember that last time? Peter was like, I'm only going to be out for like a few days, and I'll be back this day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Peter, are you sure? Yeah. And so like Friday comes, oh yeah, I'm not coming in today. And, oh, thanks, Peter. Thanks.
It was Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, bro, why are you working 3 days?
Video didn't pop up. I'm waiting on.
Bro, that man is somewhere gone. Bro, I'm willing to bet he's gonna do this. No, he'll probably come on in tomorrow. He'll probably come in. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, shout out to my boy Pete Edmiston. He's out this week, and I am covering for him this week, doing my thing like I normally do, alongside my good friend Zach Boyd, who used to be the producer when we were on Sports 56 Mornings. I don't miss anything about doing the mornings. I don't miss anything.
You're not missing much, man.
We're going to start this show off today the same way we did yesterday. We used to get some well-rested racism in the morning. Like top of the morning, hey, everything is settled in.
Like
I'm ready.
Pretext, saved in the
drafts.
drafts.
Yeah, we were walking to the morning. The text box already have. I can't even. I'm not even gonna get into it.
This is ready to go, man.
Yeah, man, we get a different crowd here at 1 than we did at 7. We was getting, man, top of the morning ignorance.
Early morning, early risers, man.
Yeah, but if you want to join the crowd, saying good things, hopefully, to us today, we'll take the bad too. We're just not really going to acknowledge it, but we'll take the good with the bad here on Sports 56 Mornings. We are here in the Family Leisure Studio. If you want to shoot us a text, send that to the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255. And you can call us on that same number, 901-360-8255. You probably won't make it on the air to talk with us, but we would love to hear your opinion, your comments about things that we're talking about or things you'd like for us to talk about. Those that will be funneled to us through Darian. It'll pop up on my screen or in my phone, or he'll say it on the air, and we'll discuss it. And if you don't like that, you might have a control problem. There may be something like that going on. Is it really that you wanted to get your thoughts off, or you just wanted to be in control?
You want to be the star of the show, man.
Yeah. Shout out to my friend.
What's going on?
Shout out to my friend.
We didn't land on Plymouth
Exactly,
Rock.
all that.
Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Exactly. I'm going to let y'all Google what that meant when he said that, too. But anyway, that's a totally different discussion. Y'all see really how woke I am.
They ain't ready for it.
They ain't ready to see how woke I am out here.
They ain't ready for it.
I had a conversation with my good friend Tammy Sawyer yesterday. I said,
what did she say? What did she say?
I sent her the clip of when we were talking about her. She was dying laughing at the whole thing. And she said, "Wait, you delivered a pizza to my house and dropped it?" I said, "Yeah, I didn't really drop it per se. It was sitting in my seat on the passenger side. I hit a hard stop, and it slid forward and flipped over. So it was just a little disheveled when you got it." She was like, "Well, yeah, that's why I changed my name on my thing because I never know who may be dropping something off." I said, "Hey, I got you. Makes perfect sense." But yeah, we are here in the Family Leisure Studio. Glad you guys decided to tune in with us today. You actually have no alternative. No one on the radio dial is better than this show, period. And you don't have to go at them on Twitter. I'll tell them to their faces. I'm actually cool with everybody else on the radio, so I'll tell them that my show is better than yours. You okay with telling your friends?
Yeah.
I'm like a big worm. I mean, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the
Got your back.
And if you want to know where I get that type of confidence from, I get that type of confidence from my point guard, Your point guard, our point guard, John Morant yesterday, who hit a game winner to seal the Memphis Grizzlies' victory yesterday against the Phoenix Suns. Great game. It started getting stressful in the fourth quarter. The Grizzlies led the entire game. Started getting stressful in the fourth quarter. Taylor Jenkins did something I really don't understand. And it just kind of grinds my gears. We'll talk about that as the show goes on. That's definitely on the docket for today. We're going to talk about the Grizzlies, of course, extending their win streak to 2 games with that 114-113 victory over the Phoenix Suns on the road. CJ Hurt is going to join us today at 1:30. We're going to talk about everything with CJ.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, we're going to talk some New Year's stuff with him. Going to talk some Tiger basketball because CJ questioned the Tigers at the very beginning. We were at the world famous One Night in Miami Black Media Members meeting, and CJ was like, "I don't know what y'all see in Tiger basketball." And everybody was like, "What?" But yeah, so he said that then, and I'm gonna see what he says about that now. Speaking of Tiger basketball, they resumed practice today. Penny Hardaway spoke to the local media. Steven Johnson was in the building or on the Zoom call or however you went about doing that. I think he was in the building. They do that stuff live, right? I don't know. But anyway, Steven Johnson was there. He's going to join us today at 2 to talk about that. But, yeah, this is going to be a good show today. We got Zach across from me. Zach, you good, man?
Yeah, we good. We good, man. We're good. A little sleepy, man, but we're good.
Man, my sleep patterns are extremely upside down right now. Because I ain't going to lie. Because over the holidays, I was just like, just kicking it. Staying up late, getting a little Tito beverage in me. Shout out to Tito Beverage. Then coming home and, hitting that dog Joe a little bit. His dog Joe.
He was helping out.
Yeah, I was hitting that dog Joe when I got to the house. But, so it was just like right now, bro, like I'm a little upside down.
Yeah.
Because I'm waking up at like 2 in the morning and not going back to sleep. So I'm like in a weird thing.
Well, lucky for you, you don't have to get up early in the morning. So so here's the thing. When I left the studio yesterday, I went home, took a nap, woke up around 7 or 8, caught the entire Grizzlies game, and then when I was trying to go back to sleep, I didn't go to sleep till like 1.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, my alarm clock starts waking me up around 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
I didn't go to sleep till 1.
Then you had me texting you saying like it's Tito Beverage's dog really named Dog Joe. Like you woke up to that text too.
Like, what is this?
We have a text group with me, Zach, Peter, and Darian. Where we just text each other weird stuff at like any odd time in the middle of the night. So
and there are moments where I'm like looking at this like what are you talking about?
Dog's name is Dog Joe. Anyway.
But yeah,
don't forget Tito Beverage. Y'all can't leave him out. He's the owner, governor. He's the governor of the dog.
Bro, like we talked about this last Friday with Peter. Shout out to Tito's Vodka, who's definitely a sponsor of our show. If your name is Tito Beverage, like you're destined to be a vodka owner. Like you're destined to be like the king of vodka. Like you have what else can you be if your name is Tito Beverage? Like for real. And of course you had to just pull just a stunt move and name your dog Dog Joe, right?
That's a weird name.
Anyway, man, that's neither here nor there. I don't want the people calling in and saying, "When are you gonna start talking about sports?" I don't have time for this. Well, I would go down to Dow, but they're off all week, so I'm stuck here. I have to listen to you. So talk about sports. All right. So let's talk about sports. Also, trying to get Corey Parson on. He's moving around a bit. I would love to talk to him because I think I have a for real gambling problem. My bits of insomnia that I was telling the whole thing about my sleep being upside down to talk about my gambling habit that I think is getting out of control. I was up last night between the wee hours of 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. betting on sports teams I've never heard of.
Overnight?
Yes. Live betting on games that were like, it is live betting, so it's like I was glued to the phone, resetting, refreshing. Like some ladies' basketball game between
on the West Coast,
the Dog Joes and the Tito Beverages. I don't know. Like it was some team. I don't know who they were, but I made out. I came out on top. I put in 10. I came out with like $60. So.
Hey, in the great words of Gabe Cohn, 1-800-889-9789.
Help me, FanDuel. Help me save me from
Red
myself.
line gambling addiction.
But yeah, man, I got a real problem, bro. Like if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm jumping on FanDuel. And I live bet. And
interesting.
It could be any sport. I don't care what it is.
I would have that problem, but I live in Mississippi. So
See, look at that.
I know it keeps me.
Oh,
from
that's
doing
how I
it.
knew I had a problem too, man.
It keeps me from doing it. I drive to the border quite often.
My brother lives My brother lives in Olive Branch. I felt a way that when I was sitting there watching games, I couldn't bet on.
Yep, you can't bet. And then you can't even drive to Shelby Drive. It'll say you're too close to the border. You damn near have to
For
drive
real?
to Winchester. Yeah, you have to get off the
Wow,
border.
you got to get in the city.
because the location doesn't, it's not pinpoint.
We'll
it's
say we know
accurate.
you finesse.
Yeah, you're a little
wow.
too close to South Haven or the border or whatever. it
Yeah.
is. You almost have to,
Well,
drive 5-10 minutes.
well,
and
that's
get-
messed up. What about the people that lives near the border? Like, why
I guess, like from the Memphis standpoint, like if you staying in Shelby Drive, maybe it's saying you're too close the opposite way. Maybe that's a headache, but I understand because I'm on the opposite side, so
Wow.
I don't fight it. I just drive to Winchester.
Well, yeah.
park.
Hopefully Corey can join us. Corey Parson from NBC Sports Edge, gambling expert over there. Hopefully he can join us. Hopefully he can help me talk me off of this cliff that I've jumped on. Man, I feel like I've really got a problem, bro. Like I'm not joking. Like I'm not trying to be funny. Like the fact that I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning, can't go back to sleep, live betting games for 3 hours when I should be. That's like the prime time to be asleep.
You need to.
And I'm up live betting like women's basketball games and soccer and tennis matches. Like I don't even know who these people are. Then I'm googling like, okay, why are the odds? Because it was a dude. He was down one set. He lost the first set, right? And he lost like the first couple games. The
Money
odds
was
were still
on him,
in the
still
favor.
on
I'm like, hey, who is this dude? Jesus Christ? Like,
He's the Serena Williams
right?
of.
Like, why are they still say? I mean, heavy favorite. Like, yeah, he's still favored to win. I'm like, why?
Did he win?
I don't know.
Follow it? Did
I
you
can't
follow it? Because see,
remember.
a lot of times I follow it through and say, "What if?" If I'd have put
Yeah.
that hot 5 or 10.
Yeah,
down,
I'd be like, bro, who is this dude?
I think you guys need to replace.
Freaking Andre Agassi over here playing against me.
You can replace that time when you wake up in the morning.
Man, with prayer.
Get on. Well,
With
sure.
prayer. Meditation.
You could do that. Like for me, I just jump on YouTube and just.
No, it's even worse.
yeah.
Because I fall down some of the weirdest rabbit holes.
and is that better than getting on?
It'd be like the NBA game that the league wants you to forget about. Then there's some conspiracy theory I done fell down, and oh god.
No, that.
Then I come out saying that Jimmy Butler is Michael Jordan's son. Like I end up with that kind of stuff. And that Anthony Edwards is his son too. That's the kind of stuff. When I jump on YouTube at 4 in the morning, that's what I come away with.
Don't forget, he will win MVP. You heard it here first.
Who?
Anthony Edwards.
MIP, you mean?
He will win an MVP.
Oh, you mean
At some point.
At some point in his career.
okay.
He will be the best player in the league at some point in his
Nobody
career.
in the NBA has surprised me as much as Anthony Edwards. Because when I saw that dude's interviews, I was like, okay, this dude is a goofy. You know what I mean? I was like, no way, this dude's about to be good.
Did you
Oh,
see
he's
him
the
when
real
he came to Memphis a couple of years ago?
Yeah, against Georgia.
He played at Briarcrest. No, he was in high school.
Oh, no, I didn't
He
see
played at Briarcrest. When I saw him play at Briarcrest, and then East played the following game, so it was headlined. He first, then James Wiseman afterwards. He was a man amongst boys. I mean, when I tell you that,
Here's the thing, man. Like, I saw him play against Memphis.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
that
saw-
Georgia game, yeah.
And I saw Alo guarding him. I'm like, okay, this dude is a bum. Like,
He
this
looked
dude's
bad.
about to go number one.
Yeah, he looked pretty bad.
I was like, this dude's about to go number one in the draft. He's a bum.
I was bought in at Briarcrest. When I saw him jump
See, I had never
damn
seen
near
it.
the free throw line over all those high school kids,
Yeah.
I was like, that's it.
Yeah, he's the real
6'5",
deal. man.
6'6", that's it. He just has to fill out.
And just to speak of my gambling problem again, y'all pray for me. If y'all can pray for Penny, you can pray for me. Because this is a real problem. Having an out-of-control college basketball team is not nothing that deserves prayer, but the gambling problem is. So y'all pray for me. No, but seriously, like the NBA teams that frustrate me the most, I'm gonna talk to. I'm speaking all this betting stuff, hoping I can get Corey on because I'm trying to manifest this thing. We manifest in 2022.
Oh, that's what
Yeah,
y'all doing?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
But Minnesota Timberwolves, Philadelphia 76ers, Boston Celtics, Atlanta Hawks. No teams in the NBA disappoint me as much as them. And Jaren Jackson Jr. I forgot to say Jaren Jackson Jr.
Why I gotta throw him?
Bro,
in
I've had 10, 15, 20 leg parlays. 8, 5, no matter what the legs is. If it's a Jaren Jackson Jr. leg in there, it's going to come up short. Yesterday against the Suns, I had 10 legs. 9 of them hit. Jaren couldn't give me 15 points. He took like 30 shots. I couldn't get 2 more of them to fall to give me my 15. But anyway, today is a day of celebration. We are enshrining someone into a special fraternity, a special Hall of Fame. Got some music queued up for you, Darian, if you can get that started. Y'all haven't heard this music since Zach was behind the booth. We had to pull this out today. We're enshrining someone today.
Oh, we are.
Yes, we are. We talked about this a little bit yesterday.
Sound like Quachain Kane from.
This young man joins the ranks of J.J. Redick, Larry Bird, Chandler Parsons,
Really?
Thunder Dan Marley.
Thunder Dan Marley, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek,
Chris Mullin.
Chris Mullin, Tom Chambers,
I'm going Gordon Giercheck.
No. No,
Justin Wimmer.
no, not yet.
Todd Munn.
Not enough songs in his catalog. Not time, no. Today we enshrine John Giddy Conchar into the greats, the all-time great American white basketball players. It's solidified. The man had an ad in the Bally's. I don't know if this is real or not. If it's wrong, y'all tell me if it's wrong. But I look on Bally's, and there's a game promo with LeBron James on one side and John Conchar on the other.
They did it on purpose.
He's enshrined today, man. We're doing this first. Before we even dig deep into the Grizzlies, we are enshrining John Conchar for his efforts that he is. He makes white people proud. He's made me proud today. Someone who gives him the hardest time probably on the Memphis radio. You guys were okay with him playing over D'Anthony Melton last year and sometimes even Desmond Bain. You guys were okay with it. I was wrong for saying why in the crap is this dude playing over guys who can actually play. Yeah, people were mad at me for saying it on Twitter. But now he's earned those minutes.
Believe in Jitty.
We are undefeated. We are undefeated with John Conchar at the starting line, including wins over the Phoenix Suns, best team in the NBA. Well, one of them, with John Conchar as a starter. Who knew he was such a dynamic rebounder?
Who knew? Well,
Who knew he was like the greatest shooter in the Grizzlies history? Even better. Oh, Mike Miller. He joins the group with Mike Miller's with.
He had a pretty decent posterize yesterday. He had a pretty good dunk yesterday too.
no, that's the wrong
Who
guy.
knew?
That's the wrong guy.
Wasn't that Conchar?
No, that was Tilly.
No.
That was that was Killian. That wasn't Conchar. That
It's
was
Killian?
Killian.
Yeah.
Too.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
that
I'm
was
like,
from the baseline. The one from the
I'm agreeing.
baseline.
I'm like, I didn't see that.
No, you're right. You're right. From the baseline. You're right.
Is Killian Tilly an American?
No.
Is he?
No, he's from France.
Okay, so he can't be enshrined. We about to do a co-enshrining today.
Co-insurance.
Go and try. What?
That'll be the first, right?
We about to do a co-enshrining. No, but seriously, man, shout out to John Conchar for real, bro. For all the people who think I have a personal vendetta against him, I don't. But if you were okay with him playing over D'Anthony Melton last year, hey, I don't know what to tell you. It's a day of celebration, I guess, because he's vindicated. But get rid of that mohawk, though, fam.
Whew. He took the ball up that one time in transition, and I was like, "Oh, all right, Conchar, like slow it down." He scored. I was like, "All right."
John Conchar wears the buddiest shoes in the NBA, too, man. Like, go somebody get that man some Kyrie's, man, or KD's or something.
But
That man got some real, like, Dick's Sporting Goods Nikes on out there.
I got a theory.
For real.
I got a theory
Go
on
ahead.
John Conchar. Because if you can recall, at the beginning of this year, like Buddy was not good.
No, he wasn't.
He was not good.
I was wrong for saying that, though. Like, people like I'm wrong for saying that guy was terrible. Like, he's been terrible, like, all except for this year.
But do you notice anything about John Conchar's appearance?
Yeah, he's been in the Black Barber Shop.
And
No, I don't know. What else?
boy got the swag, man.
What you mean?
He got
talking about the Jitty brand clothes?
no, he got the he got
Jitty
the
brand clothes.
he got the knee pads. He got the
Oh, he's wearing gear now.
he's
I ain't noticed it.
actually wearing
I ain't
gear.
noticed it. Shout out to him, man.
He actually wearing the leg sleeves, the knee pads.
All right, John Conchar, 100% exclusively dates black girls, right? Oh, man. I'm going to do some research. I think black women do not like John Conchar. I heard women saying that they thought Steven Adams was low key fine.
Steven Adams is
Yeah, they think he Thor.
No,
Aquaman.
Aquaman, yeah, Thor, Aquaman.
Jason.
There you be just a little bit off sometimes.
Aquaman, Thor.
No, that Conchar, the other one, Tilly. Yeah.
Let's say just a little bit.
Not Thor.
Twos and threes, baby, not layups.
Yeah. Oh man.
Whew.
Oh, not Skeletor. Captain.
Just a little. He said just a little bit.
Yeah, my bad.
Just a little bit.
I'm bad for just totally forgetting the name. Darian is like not quite the name. You know what I mean?
Say close to.
But yeah, do you got that audio of John Morant from last night as well? Let's hear some of that because John had said the most boss play call that I've heard in a long time. Like when they asked John, what was the play call at the end of the game?
Yeah, that was crazy.
You got that pulled up there.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Oh man, that was
not Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but John Morant. You know, I know they're kind of similar.
not Steph Curry.
Yeah, not the Aaron Fox, but Ja. Not other Ja, but Ja.
Can you just take us through the last play, and then also, what has it meant to you? After the frustrating moment, to see all the outpouring of support from fans and
This is not Damari Carroll, people.
All
this
right.
is John Morant.
Right.
First, you asked about the play. It was Ja go get a bucket. That's what I did.
Man.
I like being in those pressure situations. I like, taking on that challenge of being the guy, to take that shot. I delivered tonight. It's a big time win for us, against a great team. And, from the love about the, all-star votes, I'm thankful. I'm grateful for everybody supporting me. It was times where, I didn't even know if I would be in this situation, if I would, play at a D1 college, if I would, be in the NBA and, having this opportunity. It's a blessing. A lot of people, want to be here, and I'm one of the guys who's here, and to receive all-star recognition is big time.
That's my point guard, man. Shame on all y'all who thought we were better without that dude. Show me how we win last night without that dude, for real.
He spoke in third person, man.
Man, them hands said,
Ja go get a bucket.
That was a Ja go get a bucket play.
Don't forget he also answered it, and that's what I did.
Yeah, come on, yeah, for real. I've heard one question answered on that level better than what Ja said in the history of Memphis basketball. It wasn't by a Grizzly player. It was by a Tiger basketball player. And every time I see him, I bring this up and we die laughing talking about it. Billy Richmond, who's the owner of the Wing Guru, used to play for the University of Memphis. Memphis was playing against Villanova, I think. Yeah, I think it was Villanova. We played them on Channel 3 on CBS on the Saturday morning national TV game. And Billy hits a floater that wins the game. And the national reporter asked Billy Richmond what play did Calipari call up just then. He said, he told me just go out there and do something for the fans. I was like, yeah. Like, first of all, that's a lie. But that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh, God. But, yeah, that was good stuff, man.
Just go out there and give people the show, man.
We're going to talk about John Moore as the show goes on. We got CJ Hurt for Grind City Media who's going to join us after the break. This first segment was fun. Texas says that Steve Nash was better than all those guys you named. I had to remind them that Steve Nash is Canadian. We were enshrining American basketball players. And not many good American white basketball players all the time. I know y'all try to sneak some of these foreigners in and cross the border to go get Steve Nash. But he's not on the list. But, yeah, because I said yesterday that the best white basketball player ever was Dirk Nowitzki, I'm sorry.
But he's from Germany.
He's from Germany. So we did an All-American enshrining today. And John Conchar, his short career, is in there. We're going to revisit this John Conchar conversation because there's something else that I want to pull from that, a question I want to ask you guys. As far as trusting the Grizzlies, when you look at John Conchar, I think he should make you trust the Grizzlies more. We're going to talk about that and more as the show goes on today. This is Sports 56 Grind Time.
Brett Norsworthy and Gabe Kuhn drive you home with Sports Time on Sports 56. Brought to you by DeSoto Auto Sales. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
There's nothing more frustrating than when your garage door breaks down. You're trying to get to work and it just won't open. What's the deal? Well, I'm not a garage door expert, but my friends at New Day Overhead Doors are. I was using New Day to fix my garage way before they came aboard with us. They are your one-stop shop for all your garage door and garage door opener maintenance needs. True professionals. And get this, New Day will beat their major competitors' price, oftentimes by half. That's half the price. 30 years experience, honest, dependable, family-owned business. Don't ignore those strange noises your garage door may be making. It's New Day Overhead Doors for a simple repair or new garage door opener system. To schedule your appointment, call 901-351-5177. That's 901-351-5177. New Day Overhead Doors.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Call me when you get out of bed.
All right, I'll be there.
Y'all know nothing about it.
No.
This guy. Well, how it go? I don't know. Anyway, shout out to B2K. Today is typically, what we doing on Tuesday here?
South Rock.
South Rock. Yeah, we ain't doing that today.
They ain't doing that today?
Nah, Peter coming to work.
We're doing South Sane.
Yeah. South Side. Yeah, showing off my South Side of y'all. Showing y'all my guilty pleasure songs and mixing to my playlist. Bro, B2K might be one of the best American groups of all time. You're going to be honest, man.
It's up there. They up there.
Come on now.
Y'all need to stop it.
Yeah, they up there.
You didn't like B2K, bro?
Put my Steven Johnson voice on. Y'all need to stop it.
Hey, when they announced this, what's it called? Millennium Tour or whatever?
Yeah.
And they said B2K went in. Okay, so why would I go to that?
To see Ashanti.
Huh? I can just go look at Ashanti on Instagram. I don't have to go look at. I don't want to go hear
yeah.
Ashanti.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be berated by it. Well, I was going to say be berated by 18, 19, 17-year-olds, but I guess,
now,
I guess they're older now, so I guess their fan base would be 30-ish, 40.
If I had a seat where I could sit where I'm looking right at Ashanti, yeah, that'd be dope. Cause I try to get a good whiff of her pheromones while I'm down there.
Pheromones.
Well, other than that, man, I couldn't see myself doing it. We got CJ on the line, though.
Yeah, I wonder if CJ has ever used that word, pheromone.
Yeah, CJ, what's going on, my brother?
All right, so check this out. There's so much happened in the past 25, 30 seconds of this show.
I know, right?
B2K is not one of the best groups of all time. B2K may be a top 5 group of the 2000s. So we'll go 2000
that's saying a lot, though,
2010.
CJ.
Maybe.
That's saying a lot,
they're
bro.
the best in that era. But, one of the best all time. No, get out of here.
Who would beat them in a versus battle who does what they do?
Don't
Hell, Pretty Ricky would.
Huh? Come on, man.
What are you talking about? Are you
B2K?
kidding me?
Come on,
Yes.
CJ. Come on, bro.
Yes. Pretty Ricky would. Who else was out then? Jacket Edge was hot
But, bro,
then. 112 was hot then.
Bro, what is
B2K is 5th or 6th.
Pretty Ricky was a decent group. But what is Pretty Ricky gonna do when B2K start pulling out their solo hits and Omarion come out there, boom, 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 ding.
Well, that's different. Oh, wait. That's
Come on
different.
now.
That's different.
Cause I
Omarion,
gotta. Come on now.
That's a tag team fight, right? we were talking. You got 2 different acts up there.
Yeah.
I'm doing one act. All right. Like you can't pull Omarion. It's not fair if Omarion gets up there talking about doom 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 touch. Like that's not going to work, right? Like yes, Pretty Ricky would lose that if you throw Omarion in there. But if you just go group songs, just the songs from the group, Pretty Ricky would keep up with B2K. Absolutely, they would. 112 and Jagged Edge would beat B2K. I'm trying to think, who was the hot girl group at that time? So it was after Total and SWV and all of them. Did we have girl? It was towards the end of Destiny's Child's run. Did we run out of girl groups?
Ooh, I think we might have.
I think we were done with girl groups. So yeah, I guess B2K would be 4 or 5 of that era. Number 2, you got to go to the Millennium Tour concert if you're single, because you got all them crooners on stage singing to the ladies. They get all worked up. It's easy pickings, man. You got to be there.
Right.
And maybe not even inside. Maybe you kick it outside and just run games. Say the same line to 50, 60 different chicks, see how many of them bite, and see if you can't end the night on a high note, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
But you absolutely got to be around if you're single and you're in your 30s during the Millennium Tour, because Bow Wow is a rapping crooner. B2K ain't nothing but crooners. Pretty Ricky is crooning on that stage. Yin Yang Twins come out. They hit you with the whisper song. It's going to go down when the show ends. It's over.
Can we agree that era of music was extremely underrated? That the whole early, like 2000 to 2005 is
the 106 in Park.
Yeah, that era was a ridiculous era of music, bro. Like, music today is just so much coming out at one time that it's nowhere close to what it used to be back then.
Listen, I don't know who's not rating it appropriately. I'd like to talk to that person individually, because that was a special era of music. When you think about Whisper Song, think about Playhouse, you think about Peaches and Cream, right? Like, come on, anything B2K was dropping, it was great. Oh, I love the 2000s music. Towards the end, you had T-Pain coming through towards the end. Who else you had? You had Neo coming through towards the end. Remember Year of a Gentleman? Get out of here. 2000 to 2010 was one of the best decades of music, period.
Yeah, oh yeah, without a doubt. Well, CJ, we were joking in the first segment about John Conchar and how his recent play, he's moved me, man. I've had to put him in the white American Basketball Player Hall of Fame already. You know what I mean? Like
already?
I think he's earned it. I think he's earned it for sure. But a bigger question, something I'll throw out to you, all jokes aside, is when you look at a player like John Conchar, who undrafted, small school guy, Grizzlies started him off in the G League, slow-paced him, brought him along last year, giving him probably some unwarranted playing time last year, for sure, in my eyes. When you see a guy like that who they've put the development hours in, and he's turned into a legit NBA player who's starting for the Memphis Grizzlies, we're 2-0 with him in the starting lineup. He doesn't look overwhelmed out there. He's proven to be a decent NBA player. When you see the return on investment on a guy like that, does it make you trust this Memphis Grizzlies organization even more? When you see guys like Asante Aldama, who came in looking pretty bad in the summer league, kind of struggled. He's struggling even now to get playing time. He's down playing in South Haven more than anything. And then also Zaire Williams, another guy who's extremely raw. When you see the progress of a guy like John Conchar, does that make you think that, man, I should even Killian Tilly? Does that make you think, man, the Grizzlies just don't miss? Like, we should just trust them, period, when it comes down to draft.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so much of a player's success across sports. It isn't necessarily always talent. Like, it's not talent. These are talented dudes. If you can get to this point where you're worthy of being drafted, you are a talented individual. It's not only fit, but it is, am I going to a place that's going to develop me? And when you look at what the Grizzlies have done with not just the John Conchars of the world, but John Morant's three-point shot is so much better. He used to two-hand heave it. Now it's a legit one-hand shot. When you think about Jaren's growth and development, you think about Desmond Bane, the leap that he's taken from year 1 to year 2. When you think about all that has gone on with this Grizzlies front office, particularly as it pertains to growing and developing players, not just the young ones. Kyle Anderson came through here, and we didn't think Kyle Anderson shot threes. Now look at what Kyle Anderson is doing from the three-point line, right? Especially in particular last year. They know how to develop players, and it's evident time and time again. I don't know how you cannot trust this front office. The G League, that their ability to develop players in the G League is one of the things that separates this front office from other pretty good front offices, right? Like, they done what John Conchar, what Miami, or it looks like they're going to do with John Conchar, what Miami did with the likes of Duncan Robinson.
Right.
When you take a step back and think about
different
it,
skill set, yeah, for sure.
Different skill set, but you're somebody who you kind of didn't know if they were going to be in the NBA long. Right, you expected them to be out of the league in 3 or 4 years, and you look up and they're key rotational players in the NBA playing at a pretty high level, right? That's what I mean. Different skill set, absolutely, but the same general thought process for the individual players. The G League has been a big success for the NBA, and it's been success for general managers and front offices who know how to develop players. Hats off to the Grizzlies front office and the development of John Conchar and others.
What do you think about Ja's game winner yesterday? All the doubters have been questioning him. You know,
I mean, all the doubters.
Yeah.
How many doubters were there?
Man, it wasn't enough to be talking about, and I'm really mad at myself for still talking about it. But yeah, but go ahead.
I don't kick it in those spheres, so I don't go on none of the blogs, comment section. I be on the blog, so there's good stuff there. I love the blog. But the comment sections, no, that's a cesspool. Facebook groups, nothing but a cesspool. I be thinking it'd be Russian bots hacking it. Like, you can't be from over here. You can't really be a Grizzly. You got to be a bot just in here to aggravate us and cause civil unrest in these streets. Like, you're not real. You can't be. That shot was amazing. And one of the things that I was surprised by Ja's first year, and has continued throughout his time in Memphis so far, and is going to, I think, be a thing that is just obvious with him for the rest of his career, is how dynamic he is finishing at the rim. How he can finish at multiple arm angles from multiple heights at the rim. Ja Morant shot that ball on the right foot with his right hand, so technically speaking, his wrong hand on the left side of the court, coming down. So he didn't shoot it going up. He didn't shoot it at his height. He shot it on the way down. That is remarkable. That is phenomenal. That was a great shot. He saved his boy Desmond Bane. If Ja doesn't make that shot, we're questioning why the hell Desmond Bane isn't closer to Devin Booker on that three. But, you know, Desmond Bane had a good game, with the exception of that one play. Ja Morant hits that shot. So we all like, Bane, do better next time, but we'll forgive you, right? So hats off to Ja Morant, saving not only the Grizzlies in that game, but Desmond Bane from, I think, what would be a pretty fair critique of his defense there towards the end of that game.
Oh, for sure. When you look at what's going on with Jaren, like, I'm going to talk about this later on in the show today, but I ain't going to lie, bro. I got a little upset yesterday watching, because, I mean, you know, Jaren was having a pretty bad game through a certain stretch in the fourth quarter. But coming back to Kyle Anderson, who was doing absolutely nothing in that game. Like, bro, what are we – like, why are you taking Jaren out for somebody who's doing worse? And you know that at least defensively, Jaren has been incredible this entire season. And he's made big plays to close games that we've won, you know what I mean, in the past season. Those type of things with Coach Jenkins still bother me to this day. Like, and it's like I want to trust him. I want to give him all the props in the world. I want to put him in the Coach of the Year type conversations and give him all this praise. But it's like, it just seems like when he's got too many tools in the toolbox, he kind of gets clumsy with it.
I don't understand why Kyle Anderson was in the game. And when Kyle shot that air ball that led to the shot clock violation, I looked at my wife and was like, yo, do you know why Kyle Anderson's in the game? Did I miss something? Because, listen, admittedly, y'all, so the way things work is we got little Christmas gifts from the company. And one of the gifts was a bottle of wine. And, hell, I had a half a bottle left, so I figured, you know, why not drink some wine and watch the game? So I thought that I was drunk and that I missed something. Like, that's why Kyle Anderson was in the game. So I had to turn to my wife like, yo, I had a half a bottle of wine to drink. I drank it straight to the head. Didn't even waste time on the cup because it's half a bottle. And it's only me. So I'm going to drink the bottle. Did I miss something? Why is Kyle Anderson in that situation in this particular moment? She's like, no, it doesn't make sense. So, I mean, yeah, that didn't make sense to me either. I would have went with Jaren. And think about it. If that play plays out like that with Jaren in the game, who would you rather take that type of shot late in the game, Jaren or Kyle? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I would have kept going with Jaren, but I am a noted Jaren sympathizer, apologist, whatever you want to call it.
It was just so strange. It's like, bro, Kyle comes in, like, lost on defense, like, airballing shots, the ball hit him in the back of the head. Like, bro, you said Jaren down, who's been clutch, at least clutch defensively every game. Yeah. Like, bro, it was just so odd to me, bro. Like, it's like, still going in the quarters, like you're up double digits, you're hemorrhaging. The lead is just going away. You just let the lead go down to nothing before you say, hey, maybe I should change the lineup. Like that stuff just drives me insane, bro, like being honest.
I hear chuckle. Zach Boyd, is that you?
Yeah, Zach
that is me, man.
For sure.
Okay, Zach, you gonna say something? You just gonna sit there and look pretty?
No, I was letting Sane, get his thoughts off. Just
Same
a little
asked
bit.
me 5 questions. Zach, you
Yeah.
ain't said nothing to me.
Come
Dog. What up? What up? Is that beef? We got beef in these streets, Zach. We
Yeah.
not cool no more, baby?
No, we still cool, CJ.
You
We still
sure?
cool. Yeah, we
So
are.
ask me something, Zach.
All right, I'm gonna ask you, man. So look, coming down the stretch here, we're about to make this turn into January, and like the last couple of seasons, like the Grizzlies as a team has done a really good job of peaking right before the trade deadline to get us thinking that, okay, like, are we gonna make a trade here? Like, this team looks like they're peaking at the peaking right before the trade deadline, where we can flip some of these guys and the assets that we have to go get a guy. Do you feel like, looking at this depth that the Grizzlies have, do you feel like they should go in and make a trade, or do you just want to sit on the assets and sit on the guys that you have and just wait until another offseason and then make a move?
Damn, Zach, hell, I don't know. Anthony, next question. Man, I can't be out here talking to Zach.
I ain't
Good
really
Lord.
talking about.
Come
Good
on,
Lord.
man.
No, I'm playing. Listen, my general manager philosophy in general is, if the offer's good enough, trade them. Right? So, and I'm of the mindset everybody on the table. So if you make me an offer good enough, if you give me 10 first-round picks for John Conchar and Killian Tilly, baby, they're yours. Right? But if you not coming with the picks and you're not coming with the veteran prospects as well, no, I think this team is 4th in the West. They're rolling right now. Don't forget they won 7 games straight. This team is in a real good spot, and so no, I wouldn't do much of anything unless the deal was so mind-blowingly, obviously good that it warranted me making that. But I do believe they've got multiple first-round picks this year. I say that with a question mark. Somebody double-check that for me. So I think they're fine. No, I wouldn't do moving for what? It looks like you've got everything that you need. Mm-hmm. You got a playmaker in Ja and a star in Ja. You got a rim protector and a shooter in Jaren. You've got a big playmaker / rebounder, which, can we talk about Steven Adams for a minute? Did y'all know Steven Adams was this type of passer? Good Lord. What the hell was Oklahoma City and New Orleans doing with this dude? They just had him out there setting screens and rolling to the rim. Steven Adams should have had the ball in his hands more, because his ability to make passes out of the high post and out of the low post when the double team comes is almost special. You got that in Steven Adams. You've got quality bench players. You've got Desmond Bane playing out of his mind right now as well. You got a young stud who needs more run and needs to learn more of the NBA game in why am I Zaire? Right? Like you're good. I don't know what you would move and why you would move anybody. Now again, if the deal is good enough, you absolutely do it. But I would stay put.
I got some trade stuff that I've thought about, for sure. But I tell you what, we got to go to break. Can I come back with you, CJ? Can I hold you over the break?
Fine. Y'all messing up my leftover plan, dog. Like I got to play the leftovers calling my name, David,
man,
but I'll do it for you.
Man,
I'll do it for you guys.
Hey, CJ, I appreciate you, bro. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk trade scenarios for the Memphis Grizzlies with CJ. Hey, bro, go ahead. You got 3 minutes, man. Go ahead.
Man, I need to savor my food, Anthony. When we get back from the break, I'll tell you what's on the plate.
All right,
so you understand what I got to do.
So I can feel so bad. All right, I got you, bro. I got to wrap this up with you. We're going to take a break. We're going to be back with CJ Hurd on Sports 56 Grindtime.
The all-new Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Brought to you by Action 24/7, James Gaddis Jewelers, and Acura of Memphis. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303.
free. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Tire pressure light on? Tread low? Car sliding when you stop? It's time to go down to Milton on the Spot. Serving you at 3 locations: 1684 Getwell Road, 2127 Ellis Presley, and 3691 North Watkins. Memphis' largest supply of new and used tires, all under warranty. Yes, that's warranty on used tires too. Ask about the tire rotation and balance specials. Milton on the Spot on Getwell Road, Elvis Presley, or North Watkins. Here to take care of your every tire need. Milton on the Spot.
General contractors, subcontractors, Zipcat can help you find workers for the jobs you're needing done. Contractors, just post your jobs on Zipcat for the price you want them done for. Subcontractors will find the jobs listed on Zipcat and offer to buy them. You both have 3 days to accept and approve the subcontracting job you bought. For the best tool in your toolbox, download the Zipcat app. Roofers, concrete, plumbers, HVAC, painters, download it free. Zipcat, Z-I-P-C-A-T. Z-I-P-C-A-T. That's Zipcat.
Nothing says Happy New Year like getting the SUV, car, or truck you want to drive into 2022. Everything you want is here at the new Auto Universe Germantown. Have you heard about this? Nothing but the best. The finest vehicles you'll see in one place anywhere. Make it to the lot and showroom on Winchester just off 385. Auto Universe is a lot full of luxury automobiles like Lexus, Infiniti, Audi, Jeep, Mercedes, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, Toyota, and get this, no haggle pricing. If you're looking for a slightly driven, previously loved pre-owned vehicle, you got to see these at Auto Universe Germantown, and they tell me they're adding more by the hour, or go to eautouniverse.com. Happy New Year from their family to yours, the only dealership you'll ever need. Unbelievable selection, simplified financing, top service technicians, even collision repair. Everything you want in one place. It's at 7300 Winchester, just off 385. Only the best make it here to Auto Universe Germantown. That's eautouniverse.com.
Bellyacre's motto is City-Fied Farm Fresh. The goal is simple: provide a fun, unique farm-to-table experience for the whole family. 2 great locations, Regalia at 6130 Poplar and in Overton Square at 2102 Trimble Place. Overton Square hours Sunday through Thursday 11A to 9P, Friday and Saturday 11A to 10P. Regalia Sunday through Thursday 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 10:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Signature burgers are made from 100% grass-fed beef. Sandwiches, salads, and the best milkshakes anywhere. The burgers, so good, like the Dare Ya or the Double Dare Ya, and the melt in your mouth. And you have to try the Voodoo Moo Moo. It is the quality brand the Bellyacres team has developed using grass-fed beef with creative homemade toppings in a fun farm setting right here in the city. The goal at Bellyacres, to become even more sustainable as they grow. In Overton Square and in Regalia, the very best quality available in Memphis, burger shakes and smiles at Bellyacres.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Back on Sports 56 Grind Time. I was going to stretch that commercial out just in case CJ had to wipe his mouth or swallow right fast, whatever he had to do.
Drink some Kool-Aid.
CJ, so what you eating over there, man?
Man, I got greens. I got green beans. I got sweet potatoes. I got spaghetti, macaroni, ham, and chicken with cranberry sauce and dressing.
Well, bro, I'm going to make this
eating
fast.
over here.
I'm going to be done in 5 minutes for sure.
All right.
I'm going to throw out something to you. I'm not trying to trade anybody, but I'm just going to get you to answer this question. I'm going to make a statement. You tell me you agree with it. Here's my statement. As Dylan Brooks continues to progress as an individual basketball player, the best version of Dylan Brooks may not fit into an equation that equals to the Grizzlies being the best team that they can be.
Okay.
If Dylan Brooks continues to go on the trajectory that he's on, being a what looks to be a dynamic scorer, a guy that can give you 20 points a game, defender, if he continues to be that dude, that may not be the guy the Grizzlies need going forward, if you're talking about winning the championship.
All right, so you're saying maybe think about that. right?
Yeah, what I'm saying is
moving him.
either you 0% agree or tell me what percentage you agree on it with this statement.
I don't agree at all because I think that they can find a way to get Dillon to play whatever role they need Dillon to play. That's the good thing about where this franchise is.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of squabbles going on. There's not any squabbles going on. They all seem legit willing to make sacrifices to their games, tweaks to their games, and embrace their roles, whatever they may be, in such a way to get the most out of everybody on the team and get the win, inevitable win. So I think that while, yes, Dillon right now, the way he's playing right now may not lend itself to, you know, like you said, a championship for the Grizzlies, I think that he'd be more than willing to change and play whatever role is necessary to get that championship. Also, I think Dillon's game pairs nicely with these dudes because you've got Dillon who is a shot creator, shot maker, playmaker, and the best perimeter defender on the team to go along with Ja, who is another playmaker, and Desmond Bane, who's a playmaker / shooter, right? Like I think that perimeter group, and then when you start mixing and matching dudes coming in off the bench with Dillon, I think that group is fine. I think Dillon Brooks, you can win with the Grizzlies, assuming they continue to grow and develop. I think you can win conference championship and get to an NBA Finals with this group.
Yeah, I'm a big Dillon Brooks fan. Like I turned from being a guy who was not negative against him to someone who's super positive about him. But I can also see a scenario where there's a collision course where Dillon continues to get a scorer's mentality, but that may not be the guy that we need him to be playing alongside Jaren and Ja. And I've got another thing too. I was talking to some friends of mine about the whole Dillon Brooks situation, and I said, you grew up going to church, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the submissive wife conversation? Like when they were talking about women submitting to their husbands and all that type of stuff?
I heard that in barbershops. I never heard that in church.
All right. So it comes from the Bible, right? You know that, right? The whole
Yeah.
All right. So what would commonly be said about that whole thing is pastors would kind of rebuke men in the church and saying, okay, yeah, you may want a submissive woman, but you have to have a strong foundation. You have to be a leader. They're not going to submit to you just because you're saying I'm a man because I have male organs. You have to have something to stand on. Like you have to be, you have to lead to be a leader, right? And I was breaking that down with friends of mine. I said, I don't think Dillon has a problem following behind Ja and Jaren, but Ja and Jaren have to give him something super stable to stand on. You know what I mean? Like, I think he wants those guys to step up to the plate and be the leaders of this team. And until then, Dillon's going to be like, all right, well, if y'all don't want to score 40, hey, I want to score 40. You know what I mean? I kind of think that's Dillon's whole thing. I agree with you that I think it can happen, but it just seems like I can see a possible Doctor Strange scenario where it gets problematic as Dillon continues to be a guy who can go out there and score 20 points in any given game. You know what I mean? So,
but I mean, with the clear hit of this thing, even now, is Ja, right? That is the clear hit. Everybody kind of gets in line and follows behind that dude. And then it doesn't hurt to have a player like Dillon on your team, right? Somebody who is also very vocal, who's also a leader. You can't have, as long as they all get along, you can never have too many leaders, right? That when people start butting heads, that becomes the problem. But think about what Draymond Green is for Golden State.
Yeah.
Right? The head of that thing is Steph. The person behind Steph is Clay. Those are your two, I would say, leaders, but Draymond is there also serving in some type of leadership capacity, confidence booster type of capacity as well. Now, you don't necessarily want your team to be led by Draymond because, as we've seen, history has shown, Draymond can be a bit of a hothead. Draymond can do some things, some questionable things that lead you down the wrong path. But you need Draymond there, right? You need that fire. You need that soul. And Draymond is every bit the soul of that Warriors team. And I think that Dillon is the same way, where, yes, you have your leader in John. Everybody, including Dillon, kind of lines up and follows that. But when the people in the back aren't doing what they're supposed to do, when somebody needs to get chewed out, when somebody needs to be gotten on to, when somebody needs to be uplifted, told some encouraging words, that's Dillon, right? Dillon goes and does that, and people feed off of that. Plus, Dylan is supremely confident, and you can't help but, as a player, role player and otherwise, feed off of his confidence, right? You know, you step on the court, that dude thinks he can do anything, and he's probably going to try to, and he's probably going to do it, and that's going to make me feel good, and that's going to make me try all the more, right? So as long as everybody is getting along, and everybody to this point has been more than getting along, they seem to genuinely like one another. I think you can absolutely keep Dylan Brooks around with this core and let everybody grow together and get to the places where you want to get.
He's definitely the thermometer of this team. Like if he's super contagious, man. So for sure, like wherever he goes, his team seems to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, CJ,
yeah, absolutely.
CJ, just kind of switch over to college football here. Like your Michigan Wolverines are are in the semifinals, man.
It's Georgia hate week, baby. Nothing like hating on SEC schools in the heart of the SEC. Oh my gosh, Michigan by 24. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I say 24. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you. No, that's the fan in me. I'm looking forward to this game, honestly, for real. All jokes aside, these teams, honestly, when you look at the 4 teams in the playoffs, they have the 2 worst quarterbacks, right? When you think about Ritter for Cincinnati and you think about, Bryce for Bama, right? Like that, those 2 are premier quarterbacks to me, premier college quarterbacks to me, whereas Georgia and Michigan don't have necessarily that guy under center. What they do have, though, both of them are really committed to the run on the offensive side of the ball. They've got quality playmakers on the outside, and defensively, they can get after you in the passing game with their front 7, and they are really good at stopping the run. So it is a mirror matchup when you think about what these 2 teams do. I expect this to be one of those close sort of games. Now, what does that mean? What does that look like? I'm not sure. But think about Clemson, Ohio State. How Clemson ended up knocking off Ohio State, but Ohio State had so many times in the red zone to score touchdowns and came away with field goals and kept Trevor Lawrence and Clemson in that football game. This game will be who makes the most out of their opportunities early, because once adjustments get made, especially defensively, once those adjustments get made, I'm not sure offensively what either one of these teams will be able to do. So if you get a chance early in this game, short field, you need to come away with touchdowns. Otherwise, you could be looking up and wondering why you're in a situation where it's a last-second field goal and you're losing the game, right? So that is where this is going to come down to. I look forward to it. I can't wait to watch it. Michigan better not win. I tell you this. I tell you that right now. I'm going to be insufferable if Michigan wins.
We definitely have you on. Hey, we ain't waiting until Tuesday. When is the championship game? What day of the week is it
on? Friday.
Oh no, we ain't waiting until Tuesday. You coming on Monday if y'all win the whole thing. We might go live Saturday morning.
Just let me know, man.
Oh, yeah,
just let me know.
For sure.
But yeah, it's going to be a good game. I look forward to seeing. It's already a winning season for me as a Michigan fan. Win the Big Ten, win the Big Ten East, beat Ohio State. I mean, get cheated in East Lansing. So, because that was a fumble. Michigan should be undefeated right now. But whatever, I ain't going to judge. I'm going to let bygones be bygones, especially since Michigan is in the CFP, looking to be the first team from Michigan to score in a college football playoff game. Michigan State got to the CFP. They didn't score, though, because they sorry. So Michigan's looking to be the first team from Michigan to score a point in the college football playoff. Here's hoping that they get that done, and we can rub that in Michigan State's face again, because they suck.
For sure.
So why not?
Well, CJ, we appreciate you, brother. Definitely appreciate you for doing 2 segments with us. I know that food.
It's calling your name.
Yeah, I know you got some stuff like that good ham and stuff. Once you microwave it, it ain't right. You let it sit around. So, brother, pour some water on it, throw it back in the microwave. So, man, I appreciate you, man. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Enjoy your holiday, man. Happy New Year to you.
You guys are the same. Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That again was CJ Hurt, formerly of Sports 56 Mornings and currently from Grind City Media. CJ doing a lot of stuff, man. He's got the HBCU thing over there. He's on Rise and Grind. Oh, yeah. Shout out to my boy, man.
Yeah, I catch him on the radio when during the Grizzly games.
Oh, yeah.
He do the live reads, man.
CJ looked out for me on something the other day. I can't tell you what the brother did because, but don't worry about it. He took care of real one to real one. I meant to ask him about Tiger basketball, too, because CJ was not a fan. When we were talking about, before the season started, he was like, all right. We'll see.
Well, you can ask him after conference.
Yeah, we'll talk to him about
first game.
Yeah, I'm sure you can gonna have something to say for real. Take that Tulane loss. But yeah, we'll be back when we do. We're gonna have Steven Johnson. He's gonna talk about Tiger basketball. Coach Penny Hardaway spoke to the media today. The guys are back practicing. Everyone made it back.
For right now.
Curse you, COVID.
Say for right now.
For right now.
Yeah, the guys are back. The boys are back in town. They're practicing. They're ready to go. Get ready for tomorrow's game against Tulane. We'll talk to Steven Johnson about that when we come back on Sports 56 Grind Time.
Get ready to command the season in your new Kia from Gossett Kia on the Pike. All with Kia's year-end push and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty to back them up. 2022 Kia Forte 41 MPG $179, only $27.99 to its signing. Or 2022 Kia Sportage LX front-wheel drive $199 a month. Or 2022 Kia Sorento $279 a month, both only $34.99 to its signing, all 36-month leases. If you're ready to end the year in a big way, come see Bobby J today. He's ready to buy your sleigh and put you in a new Kia. That's Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sorrento NGO 92178, MSRP $30,875. Sportage N 7017 MSRP $25,815. Forte NE 429506, MSRP $21,035. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 103/21. Dealer stock only.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code PATH for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code PATH for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PATH.
Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
Looking for some action? Sports gambling is legal in Tennessee. Action247.com. Local, legal. A sportsbook by Tennesseans, for Tennesseans. Go to Action247.com. Register and place your bets. Are you a sharp or a first-time bettor? Action 24/7 has you covered. Visit us online at Action247.com. Local, legal. Action 24/7. You got action.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-889-9789.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Back on Sports 56 Grind Time. Anthony Sane, Peter Edmiston is out. I think he's going to be back tomorrow. He ain't told me no different. Rest well, my boy. We got you. We holding it down for you.
Don't tell him rest well like he gone.
Man, the man, like we put him in the grave.
Yeah, rest up, my boy. I'm like, what's Damn, you almost messed me up.
Speaking of putting in the grave,
we miss you, big dog.
I got a text.
Yes.
We've been talking about nostalgia, 90s music, 2000 music, all that type of stuff. Got a text from Darian, from the producer Darian, who said, which one, okay, fellas, let's settle this 90s battle once and for all. Topanga or Myra. Myra, of course, was the girl that
Stefan Urkel.
She liked
Steve. She
actually
liked Steve.
Urkel, yeah.
She liked Steve, yeah.
And she played, I want to say she was Malcolm Jamal Warner's real life girlfriend or something like that. If I'm not, no, she was Eddie Winslow's real life girlfriend, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like she dated somebody in real life that was a celebrity, like black TV celebrity. But I can't remember what her real name was. But you know, she died like super young. Like she died like right after she was done doing that show, or in the middle of doing the show or something. Been away. I don't know, because Myra was fine as hell to me. So I don't really know, but Topanga was too.
Yeah, I was gonna see that Topanga. Come on, break this tie, Zach.
You know, Zach. Zach is old enough to remember. Zach age.
Are you for real? Like, I think y'all be messing with Zach. I don't know why. Like,
we don't know how old Zach is.
Like, is this a woman question? I said, how?
No, we don't.
Hell, how old is Zach? Like,
Zach was in there talking about like he's got a crush on Tyra Banks, who's 50. So I was like, okay,
no.
What are you talking about?
In all honesty, Zach, they can't tell me you're not 35.
I think Zach is 30 something. For real, he just won't admit to it. Because he remembers. He was like, yeah, I remember watching Shaq and Penny play in Memphis.
I did not say that
in an exhibition game. I'm like, what? You don't remember that?
I did not say that.
All right,
but
anyway.
I'm 27.
No, he's not. All right,
I'm
He
27.
comes saying no, he's not.
But if I had to break the tie real quick, I'm like, man, like,
come on, Topanga.
I'm Team Topanga, man.
Like Marty down with the swirl. You gotta get Topanga going.
Can I say chicks on the radio? Yeah. Because I'm trying to do a segue to our great sponsor, Post.
Ladies. We had Memphis chicks.
But is that offensive to say chicks in 2021? Well, I won't say it. But our good friends at Poultry Power sponsor hour number 2 of the show.
You're probably gonna offend somebody all the time, baby.
They have great chicken for you guys to order in bulk. They ship it out to your home. They're working on some new things coming up soon. They're about to remodel their website. You can order chicken from them. Great prices. Prices better than your local grocer. Better than these big companies that ship out food. It's not just for your home. If you're a small business owner, a restaurant, daycare, after-school program, whatever you're doing, if you need chicken fast and in a hurry, cheaper than any competitor, hit up the people at poultrypower.net. They can definitely get you squared away with chicken in bulk to your home or business. Hit them up at poultrypower.net. Our guest who's joined us today covers the Memphis Tigers for the Daily Memphian. He is a Memphian. I know he's also a fan of the team. He's double invested in the situation over there. He was live in person to talk to Coach Penny Hardaway today as he made himself available to the media. Steven Johnson joins us now. Steven, what's going on, brother?
Hey, not much, man. I'm doing all right. How about y'all?
Man, I'm good. Were you guys live today or was this a Zoom call?
It was on Zoom.
Okay. And you Penny had a media thing yesterday too, right? With the radio show or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wasn't in person either. I think they did that at the other radio station. So, yeah, he had basically two availabilities back to back.
Okay. So give us the highlights and the lowlights from what you heard from Penny in the last 24 hours.
Well, I think in terms of vaccination status, like I said, he wouldn't put a number on it. It kind of sounded like he was hinting like they gotten a couple more players vaccinated without, I guess, coming out and saying it exactly. So I guess that's a positive sign if that is true. Today he told us that there were some more positive takes.
Oh, he ain't saying nothing absolute no more. Y'all ain't finna catch him with that one no more.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think they did. They all right. But no, go ahead.
But no, he was like, yeah, there were some more positive cases. He didn't tell us who, of course. But from what he told us, the game's on for Wednesday for tomorrow. I'm about to hit the road in a second. I wouldn't be surprised if we had some guys out tomorrow, but he says they'll have enough to play. So I guess that was the two things that stood out. And Tyler Harris and Landers Nolley are back, and Penny says they're looking good. So that's really good to see like they don't have any after effects from testing positive.
All right. Well, let me ask you this, because you said something that I haven't read your article. I'm looking at it now. It's available on the Daily Memphian. It's part of his Tiger Basketball Insider report from Steven Johnson, who joins us now. You said that he said that other guys over this break or whatever had positive cases as well. So he's saying that those guys are back. They're clear protocols now. They're ready to play.
Just the first two, Tyler Harris and Landers Nolley. Yeah, he said they're cleared to play. They were practicing. He says they're back. So those two guys should be back from what he told us. We still don't know who exactly were the other positive cases. Like I said, he kept that under wraps. So I'm not sure if it was a player or a coach. Could be both. But
right, because he said in the building.
Exactly
he didn't particularly say it was players. Yeah, I noticed that part.
Yeah, so it could be either one. So like I said, I think they'll be down a couple players tomorrow, just judging off what he said. But he said he wouldn't know until after practice, and that was after we had the Zoom call.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, because I'm sure you know about this as well. I'm kind of lost as far, because this whole thing with the University of Memphis, with them getting 2 cases and then having to cancel the Tennessee game because they didn't have enough players vaccinated. I was listening to the radio today, and John Calipari in Kentucky announced that his team is fully vaccinated. His entire team is 100% vaccinated and boosted. So they're triple vax mafia. And he said that, with that being said, he's not testing unless guys are showing symptoms, period. Like, they're not even testing. So I don't really understand how that works. Like, is there any governing body is there any universal, like, procedure or practice for this, or is this all school by school how they're handling this? Because what I'm asking is, okay, because the University of Memphis is like not testing anybody when the players played when they're supposed to play Tennessee. Because I don't really understand how Kentucky can say that or do that. Like, how is that being ran? Do you know?
I think, honestly, it's kind of like a free-for-all. It seems like each conference is doing its own individual thing in terms of, and they're trying to go off guidelines from the CDC, obviously, like with the quarantine period and things like that. I've been seeing people on social media say you should text vaccinated and boosted players in professional or college games if they're not showing any symptoms. I'm like you. I'm not necessarily knowing how that works.
Yeah, it sounds strange to me that Calipari can say that.
I'm assuming you have a smaller chance of spreading it if you're triple vax and you catch it. So I don't necessarily understand it either, but I do know it's a competitive advantage from Kentucky, knowing that they can say that and knowing that unless somebody actually shows like they're getting sick, then for the most part they'll be able to have their entire team available for the rest of the way.
And I'm not trying to sound counter or just sound weird or anything, but I'm not mad at that, man. Like, okay, like in everyday life, you know what I mean? Let's say Amazon warehouse or FedEx or whatever. Like, they aren't testing employees every day. Like, they aren't saying, okay, before you 5,000 people hit this floor with no space between each other and, wearing masks is your choice. Everybody's gotta get a COVID test before y'all go to work.
Nope, and I work there. Nope.
You know what I mean? It's like, y'all just go to work.
Yeah.
And if you feel sick, then you might, okay. So there's plenty of asymptomatic and guys who have mild symptoms or whatever going all over the place. And everything just, I'm not trying to sound like a weirdo, man, but, and like I said, I'm triple vax mafia as well. It just seems like so much of this stuff is aesthetic at this point. You know what I mean? Because it's like in every other instance of the world, people are moving on. I hate saying moving on. I sound like the weirdest weirdos that text and call in when I said it. But it's just everyone in every other phase of life, we're pushing through this. Like, if you got COVID, hey, you just got COVID. But it's like when sports, it's like my phone battery is dying from notifications. So-and-so's in the COVID protocols. And I'm almost at the point where I'm like, okay, why? Like, for real, man. Like, if he's not sick or he's not showing any symptoms at all, like, why are we even? I mean, play ball, man. Like, I hate to be that way, but it's kind of where I am at this point. Like, I'm not trying to force you to feel the same way. I'm really just getting my thoughts off. But it's just, like you said, it's kind of a wild, wild west thing as far as college sports are concerned. I'm just not mad at that at all, man. Because it's like, at this point, what's the point of having a vaccine if we're still, if you're getting it, you got mild symptoms or no symptoms, and you're still not playing, and you're playing on a court with each other. So it's like, I don't know. I hope I'm not putting you in an uncomfortable position by actually making that kind of statement.
I think it's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of just like living with it instead of like moving on. Like, at this point, like I said, I'm triple vaxxed up as well.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I still pop out occasionally because I think, like you kind of said, we've adjusted at our jobs or any other jobs. If you're feeling fine, we're not required to take those daily tests either. Yeah. And it's just like I said, if you get sick, let somebody know, and then you go from there. So I don't think you're alone in feeling that way. And in the grand scheme of things, I mean, I wanted to say things too. Like, is he even sick, or was he just exposed to this person? And I know, like I said, a lot of these leagues are trying to wait on the CDC and try to go out their guidance. They're updating it every day. So I think as new information comes along, the sports world's going to catch up. But I think it's a good point because I got homies that work at the warehouses and places of that nature. They're not required to get tested when they come to work. So I have to think that's a good point.
There's way more of them than there is 10 basketball players on the court. You know what I mean? But yeah, I hate to go on a grandstand about it because it's just, I think we've just done all we can do, man. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, it's you guys reported that it might be 11 players on the team now who have it, so they're doing what they have to do as well. So yesterday we talked about going into this conference schedule. I was making my face turn as far as University of Memphis basketball is concerned. And I was like, okay, why are we predicting that this team is going to lose any conference games? Because at the end of the day, this Tiger team is probably by far the most talented basketball team in this conference. Do you see them? Are we saying that we see them slipping just because we see them slipping, or is just something we really should be concerned about on this schedule outside of maybe a Houston on the road or just Houston period?
Well, I think it's hard for any team. I think at the level Memphis is at to like go through a league in like 16-2 or whatever the record ends up being, depending on games and whatnot. So I just think they're going to slip up occasionally on the road. Even the best teams do. But the thing I think probably everybody's a little bit concerned about. There's no shame if you lose at like Wichita at Houston, obviously, but obviously going into tomorrow's game when you play East Carolina, I know they're like 9-3 right now, but they're a team that shouldn't beat you. Mm-hmm. It's the fact, can Memphis avoid, like we said, we've seen what Tulsa's done to them the last couple of years. So it's really about, can Memphis avoid any more of those type of losses to those bad teams? Because when you lose to Georgia and Ole Miss, I think you already lost to like a mid-major. I think you kind of used up all your chances to take on bad losses. They should win the conference. Houston is out. They lost 2 players. They're out for the season, including Marcus Sasser, who's one of the best guards in the AAC. So Houston shorthanded. Memphis has the most talent in the conference by far. So I think it's no excuse. They should definitely walk away with this league title if they play up to their potential.
So Penny mentioned in his radio show interview, that they're still looking into adding another team to the schedule. In your opinion, do you think it's wise for him to add another team to the schedule when we're already about to get into conference play? And if so, and if adding the team will benefit this team as a whole, like what teams could they, in theory, look into and say, hey, like let's do a quick home and home?
Well, I think it is wise just because they lost that opportunity at Tennessee for another quad one win. Now, if they didn't have the 4-game losing streak, let's say they go 3-1 or any of that nature, then I think they would be okay without needing to get another quad one game. But right now, I'm not sure how many of those opportunities they'll have in conference. We know they will if they're able to play Houston twice and maybe another team. So I think you want to give yourself that insurance of having at least one more quad one game, especially if you can get it at home, to try to add on to the resume you have right now. From the people I talked to, the week they're looking into is I think there's a week between February 12th and the 20th, kind of like an 8-day period where they don't have a game. So I think they would love to get a game around that time frame. Obviously, they would love to stay local, but the problem with the SEC schools is a lot of those teams have almost, what am I saying, like 3 games in 8 days around that time, like maybe February 12th, 16th, 19th. So I think it's going to be kind of hard to find an SEC team to do it. But like I said, teams are canceling all over. Maybe you can find an ACC school. I know C-Nall, that's a little bit further, not really local, but that's another kind of top-ranked team that's had some games canceled. So there are people out there, and I think especially as Memphis gets more of his guys vaccinated, I think I'm not sure I would be able to put a percentage on it, but all I know is they're trying. So, other programs have been able to get it done, so maybe Memphis can too.
If they aren't able to get another big game on the schedule and they just have to play out the schedule the way it is, are they in a situation where it seems like they will have to win the conference tournament to get in, or are there enough at-large wins they can get going through the conference schedule?
I think if you beat Houston and, you have like a pretty solid record against the top teams in the conference, mm-hmm. I don't think they would absolutely have to win the conference to get in. But if you go through the conference play and, something happens and you disappoint or you pick up a couple losses, let's say you're the number 4 team instead of the number 1 team, then I think you probably would end up being in the situation. Because if they're that low, that means they lost to somebody they weren't supposed to, like a Tulane or a South Florida or somebody of that ilk. So as long as they avoid that, I think if they handle their business, like I said, you got to beat Houston at least once, probably twice now. Like I said, they're without their best player and another double-digit scorer. So, like I said, if you're healthy, I don't really see any excuses this year. So overall, I would say if they handle their business, they should be an at-large team. But, they got to handle their business.
The update on the status of Shock G. Now, what's Shock G's doing?
Imani, man.
Imani Bates. Do you think he plays it? I know Penny said he's good to go depending on practice. So what do you think that's going to end up as far as Imani Bates is concerned?
I believe he's going to play. There was some talk that he had like a finger issue that may or may not have kept him out of Saturday's game. But overall, like I said, Penny said he's good to go. I mean, he saw him at practice yesterday on Monday. Obviously, like you kind of said earlier, Penny's being very, very coy with whether it be information about vaccine or just regular injuries. Like Earl and Chandler Lawson are going to be game time decisions. So it seems like he's trying to keep some of that stuff close to the vest. But I would think as of right now, unless I hear something differently tonight, that Imani would be playing tomorrow.
Sounds good. Any outside of a win, what should we look to see from Memphis against Tulane tomorrow? What would we be optimistic about if we see it?
Obviously, if Imani plays and kind of finally breaks out of this slump he's been in, because I think regardless, Memphis can win games without him. Obviously, they can probably make the tournament without him playing a prominent role. But if they're going to live up to the potential that we thought they had in the beginning of the season, you need a potential NBA lottery pick kind of playing up to that level. And so obviously you would love to see him have a big game, or at the very least one of the bigs, Jalen Duren or DeAndre Williams, have a big game. Because I think Memphis needs to find their identity. They need to find their number one option. Is it going to be Dre? Is it going to be Jalen? I think they're a better team when they play through their bigs. So I think one of those guys, if Penny continues to kind of go through them like they did against Alabama, that would be the most encouraging sign for me outside of a W.
What do you think? People have accused me of trying to create something that's not there. But what do you think what's the temperature on the Josh Minot situation? Like as far as him being a guy who was highly heralded, he's shown improved. He's looked like a better prospect sometimes than Imani Bates. What do you think? All right. What do you think the climate is with him as far as him being happy being here, his parents being happy here, etc.?
Well, I believe I might have heard like one of his parents, maybe his father, might have expressed some disappointment during the losing streak. I think Josh, as a kid, I mean, not really as a kid, like he's really humble. He's very mature for his age. Obviously, the way he spoke after the Ole Miss game kind of talked about sacrificing minutes and things like that. So I think he wants to be out there. He produces when he's out there. I mean, I've heard some stuff when Penny's been on different radio shows that he's kind of trying to catch up and learn some more of the concepts. But, you know, that's sometimes freshman mistakes. I think with Josh, it's just about is Penny going to allow him to play through some of those mistakes? Because everything else, he does a lot of good things as well on the court, too. He always seems to make a play. If he plays 5 minutes, he's going to get a bucket, a couple of rebounds, and probably some type of highlight play. So I think you would hope during conference play, once again, if you're handling your business, you'll see Josh Minot playing more. But I think Penny definitely needs to find a way to fit him into the rotation, especially while they got guys out, whether it be through injuries or protocols.
Another thing that gives me optimism about this team is that I kind of feel like before everything's all said and done, you've got two legitimate, NBA lottery level players in Imani Bates and Jalen Duren on this team. Plus, you got a guy who, in Josh Minot, like we said, as he continues to learn, as he continues to get more comfortable, as Coach Hardaway could trust him with more minutes, I think that once this team really gels, because I think this break that they had could be good for them. Once this team really gels and you get your vets and your young guys all clicking on all cylinders, I think this is a team that still, could be a team that they might not have the seeding, but they're a team that could definitely make noise in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, honestly, it could kind of be like it was last year. I mean, their resume is a little bit better than it was last year, but I remember watching them on the NIT run or in the conference run. You would hear commentators talk about how they look like an NCAA tournament team and they, nobody would want to play them. So I think they can get on a similar run this year as well, too, with even more talent than they had. So it's just about all getting on the same page. I wonder for them, just to come off that emotional win against Alabama and then have that week off. I mean, these weeks off, I think they had 8 days without practice. I kind of wonder how it makes them feel. Like, are they able to keep up all the good stuff they talked about in that meeting carrying over, or, going back home to the holidays? So I'm really interested to see that. Like, Tulane is not a good team. So this is a game where you want to see them kind of come back and handle their business. They lost by 14 to Charleston. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well,
at home.
Well, I'm excited about it. It does seem like they got a renewed sense of energy and urgency. I hope that they had some good Zoom calls going on while they were away. Seriously though, I hope they, kept the communication up and have some more players only meetings, on their own via Zoom or something. While they
Player only Zoom meetings, man.
Yeah, player only Zoom meetings. You can call those. You don't even need help. You can just start it. You ain't gotta make it happen. But yeah, man. Like you said, the Tigers are back tomorrow. Steven Johnson was there today talking to Coach Penny Hardaway. Had some great observations from that. Well, Steven, we're gonna let you go, man. Enjoy the rest of your holiday and Happy New Year to you, brother.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all too.
All right, man. That was, of course, Steven Johnson from the Daily Memphian, covers Tiger basketball. Always has a lot of insight. Steven's really been grinding this year, too, man. This is his first year on the beat. Great year to be a part of the beat, and he's really been doing his thing. About to take a break. When we come back, Corey Parson confirmed he is going to join us. Corey Parson from NBC Sports Edge is going to join us after the break. We're going to talk some college football playoffs with him. We're going to talk about some NBA stuff, and hopefully he can help me. Because if anybody can tell me if I have a gambling problem, it'll be Corey Parson. Because if he tells me I will, I'll look into it. I just made a bet while I'm on the show.
No.
I need help, man, for real. I need help, for real. I need help, man. But y'all pray for me, for real. Pray like you're praying for Penny. But when we come back, we'll have Corey Parson. We'll talk with Betty on Sports 56 Grindtime.
This is Gabe Kuhn from Sports Time. I speak for all of us here at 56 when I say we appreciate your constant love and support, and we wish you and your loved ones a happy holiday season. And as always, be sure to listen to me and Stats on your ride home from 3 to 6, right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage, factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
You might not know me, but I'm Zip with the ZipCat construction app.
Why are you collecting leftover construction materials, Zip?
I'm turning it into cash.
That's easy. You can turn leftover materials into cash. Keep it out of dumpsters and help the environment.
That's why they call me Zip, the construction guru. Also, ZipCat app saves you time and money. Lets you describe a job, name your price, and get a job done.
That's smart, Zip. You're amazing.
General contractors, take a few minutes, price a job, and get it done. Download the free ZipCat app in the Apple Store or Google Play. Best tool in your toolbox.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code PATH for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code PATH for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PATH.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing. Sons.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Back on Sports 56 Grind Time. It's hour number 2, of course, is sponsored by Poultry Power. Just wrapped up with my good friend Steven Johnson, working hard on the University of Memphis beat. He says he's very confident that Imani Bates will play tomorrow. I agree with him. He was saying about how, you need to go out there and kill Tulane.
Yeah.
You need to show that the break helped. You don't need to mess around. You need to 30-piece these dudes, like for real. Like on the road, I don't care. You need to go out there and kill.
Yeah. It's like what we talked about yesterday. Can this team have that killer instinct?
There you go, Zach.
for
Because
sure.
I was about to tell him he got a smart friend to be right sometimes, kind of close. They told him that yesterday, but I ain't know if their friend was kind of close right now.
But you sound so emotional. You was like, I gotta get out of here. All right.
You're like, Penny gotta go, man.
Hey, whatever you say there.
I said he's our coach. So I mean, what happens? The robust what is it, like subs in and out, 15 yards. I need a guard. When I was in high school, worst thing my coach, rest in peace, Coach Perry. He looked down the bench and said, "I need a guard." Our 6'5" big boy, he's like 300 pounds. He raises his hand like, "You're not a guard."
Right.
Like, sit down, man.
Oh, man. Well, our next guest is the gambling expert for NBC Sports Edge. He's live on location somewhere. Corey Parson, are you safe? Are you safe, brother? Are you in a safe place? All right.
I am. Yes, I am safe. I am live on location. I am in the great state of Maryland. I'm not sure how familiar you are with PG County, Maryland.
No.
Home of Kevin Durant. You may have seen a documentary, Something in the Word.
Oh, okay.
A lot of NBA players from Prince George's County. But the mall in PG is like the mall on the bad side of town.
Yeah.
So
Hey, make sure you guys
Southbrook Mall.
Make sure you keeping your awareness up, man. Awareness of your surroundings.
It's the same. My head is on the swivel.
Good. All right, Corey. I need you to help me, bro. I think I do have a gambling problem. We're gonna talk college football with you. We're gonna talk NBA with you as far as gambling is concerned. Bro, I think I got a problem, man, because I'm new to this. I just started this year. This year's Super Bowl was the first bet I ever made. First sports bet I ever made. Lost that bet. Should have known then and just stopped. You know what I mean? But I'm a big fan of sports betting. Big fan of parlays. And now I've been introduced to live betting, which is about to ruin my life. I'm not going to lie to you. I wake up at 2 in the morning. I'm looking at soccer matches and hockey matches and tennis matches and darts and all these weird sports I don't know anything about. When it gets to that point, do you think I have a problem, Corey?
No, well, you do have a problem when you're betting on sports that you don't know or that you can't handicap properly. You know what I mean? I understand, but now FanDuel doesn't want to hear that you have a problem. They say to keep on and going through it. But I'll give you a couple of tips for live betting because live betting obviously can be very, addictive, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But in the NFL, you always want to focus on, I'm not sure you guys are familiar with Michael Lombardi, former executive for the Patriots and 49ers and different teams. When it comes to a football game, and you can do the same with NFL and college basketball as well, you want to focus on the middle 8. The last 4 minutes before the half and the first 4 minutes to start the half.
Exactly.
And the team that wins the middle 8 more than likely is going to be the team that wins the game. So basically, if you can get a trend, if you see some things developing in that middle 8, you can usually take that information and turn it over to make a winning live wager. But to just be betting live throughout the course of the game, you can handicap a game properly, hit that bet, and then lose all your in-game bets. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're really not doing nothing but working yourself backwards. So live betting is very addictive, but you have to be smart with it.
Yeah, I'm not very smart with it at all. It's all instincts and 2 a.m. logic. You know what I mean?
Focus on that middle 8. I'm telling you, it works.
Yeah, that definitely sounds smart. I'm looking at my app now, Corey. I put in 3 quick bets a while ago. I took the under on the Valencia BC women versus the Clarinos de la Laguna women. I hit that under. I've got another under with Alabama State and Texas Tech, under 142.5 points. That looks good as well. But that middle 8 you were talking about, Corey, I took the Movistar Estudiantes women versus the Campus Promote women. I took Campus Promote. Yeah, I took.
You start betting random things like that.
Yeah,
I can't help
you got a
with that,
problem.
brother.
But check it out, man. You're talking about the middle 8, right? So at the half, Campus Promote was up by 6. No, up by 8. The third quarter opens with a 17-0 run by the other team. So now I'm down 4. I bet the money line. I just need Campus Promote to get back in the game. They're down 17-5 in the third quarter. So but it ain't looking too good for the kid. But Corey, let's talk about some real. Yeah, it ain't looking too good for me though. But let's talk about some real stuff. The college football playoffs will happen. The championship games will happen before we talk to you again. Before we talk to anyone that we've already talked to this week. Of course, you guys know the games: Alabama versus Cincinnati, Michigan versus Georgia. What are you seeing interesting about those matchups, and where are you suggesting people like me throw our money on those particular games?
Well, you definitely, you want to be careful. You want to bet with your head and not above your head. But when you look at these two matchups, I think obviously you figured Alabama and Georgia would be two of the teams that didn't play. Michigan coming through from the Big Ten with that win, and obviously coming into the season, Cincinnati was probably the best Group of 5 school we've ever seen, and they would have the best chance to do this if they beat Notre Dame. They beat Notre Dame and had some things fall away, and now they're here. With that being said, welcome to the party. You know what I'm saying? And you get welcome to the party by Alabama. My best bet for the game 1 of the college football playoff is going to be Alabama first half. I think Cincinnati comes into this game a little bit shell-shocked in here for the first time. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of nerves going on. Alabama, Nick Saban obviously have been here and done this before. I would expect the Bearcats to get jumped on and blitz and Alabama to hop on top of them really quickly coming out of the gates. So I like Alabama to lay the number in the first half. That's the best bet I would have on the game going into the game. And also when you look at the game in whole, you want to play the numbers game with this one. Right now this number's sitting at 13.5. If that game kicks off and that number's still 13.5, bet Cincinnati. That means Cincinnati's going to be in the game. But if you see that number start to go towards 14.5, 15, hop on Alabama because I see them getting that train rolling, and they could probably very well blow Cincinnati out, which would probably be the right side anyway.
On the Georgia side, Georgia versus Michigan, do you think there's any – after Georgia losing such an emotional game to Alabama, with Georgia being the number 1 team in the country the entire season, and then losing that emotional game to Alabama, do you think that has any residual damage going into this game, or you think they're over, clean slate, ready to go when they take on Michigan?
Pound for pound, for my money, Georgia's been the best football team in college football this year. Kind of that night, that opening night when we saw them and how dominant they looked against Clemson, I guess you said, okay, wake me up in the SEC championship, and then wake me up when Alabama and Georgia run it back. Well, now we're to the running back part. What happened that's interesting is, obviously, Alabama smoked them in the SEC championship game. But I'll be honest with you, I'm going to go with my initial thought that Georgia is the best team in college football. So I like Michigan to play it close. I would bet Michigan plus 7.5. I think Michigan plays it close. I think Georgia still wins the ball game. I think it's good. That game is going to be a good game for live betting because I think you want to get Georgia at somewhere that -4, -5. I think that's where you want to get that number at and lay the Bulldogs in. But as far as pregame, I would bet Michigan because I think Michigan plays them tough. I think Michigan stays in the game, but eventually I think the Bulldogs win.
Any other surprising type bets you think could possibly come up between either of these two games?
Really, after you get out that live scenario with the Michigan and Georgia, I think when you go to the national championship game, this is what's interesting. I've seen some offshore books that have futures with Alabama over Georgia at plus 195, but the Georgia over Alabama is also plus 195. So that means there's people that think that Georgia can win this whole thing. I think that's the case as well. I like the Bulldogs to win the whole thing. So that's how I break down. I think Alabama rolls. I think Michigan keeps it close, but Georgia eventually wins. And then I think the Bulldogs win the whole thing. But obviously, it's going to be a very tough game.
So most of the predictions are saying Alabama versus Georgia for the championship game, is what you're saying?
Alabama Georgia championship game, with really it being a toss-up, despite Alabama just mopping the floor with them a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. As far as the NBA is concerned, just switching over, are there any teams that have been surprisingly good as far as betting is concerned this year compared to what you thought going into the season?
You know what? We talked before the season about the Grizz, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that they would be 7 games above 500.
No,
right?
No.
With that being said, the Dallas Mavericks will not be 7 games above 500 at any point this season. So those future bets on the Grizzlies to win the division, those went from plus 375 in the preseason, seeing minus 200s now.
Wow.
So Memphis is playing very good basketball. The Bulls are exceeding expectations. Now, are they going to be there deep into the Eastern Conference? That's yet to be seen. Obviously, the Bucks and the Nets got some shaking out to do. But as far as regular teams, I think what we've seen that's been interesting so far this year, the Spurs have put on a little bit of a push recently. The Spurs is a team that I've been able to catch at a value. I like kind of laying points or catching points with the Spurs. They seem to play very well. You can fade the Lakers every night. That Laker team is trash. You can fade them every single night. You know what I'm saying? I don't bet. First of all, it's nothing against LeBron James. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's a good player. He's the man. But when you bring Russell Westbrook onto a team, losing is going to ensue, and it's going to be other people that's going to be blamed for it. So I don't like that situation at all. But right now, like I said, I'm in a situation where, listen, this Cleveland Cavalier thing is real, too. I think the Cavaliers are a good young team. They're very good against the spread. They rolled off like 13, 14 wins against the spread. So I like them a lot. And I think you can look for the Jazz and the Bucks to get hot after the All-Star break.
Sure.
Speaking of the All-Star break, are you going to go? Are you going to be in Cleveland for the All-Star
I
game?
probably will not be. It depends. I probably won't be. Are you going to be there?
I will be there. You know what I'm saying?
Take the under on me being there.
I will take the under on you being there.
Shout out to Joe Kim Noah. Like, why does anybody go to Cleveland? What do you do in Cleveland? Like, that's where I'm at.
Yeah. If it ain't nothing to do with the All-Star game, then so be it. But we'll definitely be out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully we'll be out there rooting on John Morant.
Right, right. Oh yeah, because John's gonna be there for sure, man. Don't get it twisted, for sure.
I hope so. I don't think. Listen, you know who worries me? Chris Paul. Like, does Chris Paul need to be there?
Phoenix is going to be one of the top teams in the league. I think even if Chris Paul and Devin Booker get in, Josh still gets in, though.
I'm all for that.
Like, I think he does. I mean, Dame's going to get in. Steph's going to get in. Here's the thing, though.
Number 77 is going to get in, too, though.
Who is it?
Luka.
Oh, that's what I'm about to ask you. That's the question I was literally just about to ask you. Put your own gambling odds out there. What are the odds that Ja beats Luka in the voting, like in the fan vote? Because I'm gonna tell you why. I agree, but I'm gonna tell you why I think it's gonna be way closer than people think. You know, when you go on the app is kind of lazy. Like it's got Ja really high on those like default like pick the guys thing. And if you're one of those people just go in there and just kind of okay, well these are my choices. This is who I'm gonna pick from. Especially with Ja look like he's about to go crazy because Ja's playing right now. Luka ain't. You know what I mean? So
and when Luka does play, look how Luka's overweight. He's not Zion overweight.
Yeah.
But Luka's overweight.
He's getting the fat boy pass for sure, man. Like not enough people are talking about. Not enough people talking about how Luka's fat as hell. Like ain't nobody it's kind of cute, ha ha ha. But he ain't getting it like the James Hardens and the Zion Williamsons have gotten it over the last.
Yeah. Nah, Zion is like Luka. You say Luka's fat. Oh yeah, he's kind of pudgy. But when you talk about people talk, I sent somebody a photo of Zion. They thought it was superimposed, and not in a good way. You know what I'm saying? But as far as your talk, listen, I think when you have that international audience, that's really going to be help. That's a big help for Luka Doncic. Mm-hmm. Really, we need all of Memphis. We need all of the Southeast to get behind Ja. Obviously, doing our part. You know what I'm saying? Every time you vote twice, I'm voting. You know what I mean? So, I definitely want to get Ja in there. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason for the season.
Corey, you asked me about the All-Star game. Are you coming to Memphis for any games this year?
I definitely want to get down to Memphis. I definitely want to, but you know how this COVID thing is doing now.
No, you're an old man. I know you're about 78 years old. Yeah, keep you alive out here.
I know, something. Listen, I got to do my best I can. You know what I do want to do? If I'm not mistaken, they played the Grizzlies is in Atlanta on a Friday night, and I know how much you love the Hawks. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I'm probably gonna make that game, bro. By hook or by crook, I'm gonna make one of those house games this year for sure. That Hawks Grizzlies game, I'm probably gonna be there.
I'll be at a Hawk game too, whether Memphis or Atlanta. But I definitely do want to get down to Memphis and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And check out all the sceneries and stuff like that. Get some of that good food down there in Memphis.
Magic City, all that though. Magic City wings. There's some wings in Magic City. Yeah.
I didn't want to. Oh, that's why I go for the wings. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Lou Will, man. Shout out to Lou Williams. Yeah.
So, Corey, I want to jump to the NFL real quick before we let you go. Like one particular award, season award, is the Defensive Player of the Year award, where you have the Cowboys with two defensive guys vying for that award, and Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs. Obviously, you got Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, T.J. Watt doing their thing on their respective teams. All week, like every single week, I'm hearing it's Myles Garrett this week, it's T.J. Watt this week, maybe Aaron Donald proving people that he deserves it. How do you think that will shape out these next 2 weeks in the NFL with the defensive guys?
I think it's going to be somebody's going to have to make a play. And you're going to have a couple of opportunities for people to make a play, especially this week with Dallas when, you know what I'm saying, they get the Cardinals come to town. The Cowboys playing good football right now, but they're beating up on lesser opponents. Now you get a Cardinals team who's basically Custer's last stand. You know what I'm saying? They need this win because you see the Cliff Kingsbury thing is falling apart again. With that being said, the Cowboys got two people that can make plays on the defensive side of the ball with Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs. I thought the way that Diggs started was very impressive. But what I'm seeing Micah Parsons do now, I'm saying, is interesting. Let's put it like this. My mother doesn't know anything about football. We were sitting in the house the other night watching the Cowboys. She stopped and she said to me, they keep bringing up this Micah Parsons name a lot. That right there, that shows me that Micah Parsons has a good chance to win the NFL Defensive Player of the Year and doing so as a rookie, just like Lawrence Taylor did. But do not compare him to Lawrence Taylor. Micah Parsons is a nice young man. Lawrence Taylor was an animal.
Man, I definitely agree with you on that for sure. Number 11 is a real beast for the Cowboys. We talked yesterday how Cowboy fans get on my nerves, but yeah, he's the man for sure. For sure. But Corey, we appreciate you coming on, man. We got to find a way to link up so we can watch John Moran and company be awesome in person, bro. You feel me?
No doubt. We definitely got to get that done, whether it's Atlanta or Memphis. We'll figure it out.
You know my boy Desmond Bain, he'll be out there in the rookie-sophomore game as well. So, we'll.
He should be in the 3-point.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. For sure. Yeah, that'll be dope. That'll be dope for sure. Well, again, this was Corey Parson. He was the gambling expert for NBC Sports Edge. And, always has good things to say about the Memphis Grizzlies. He made some good points, man. You guys who listen may already know this, but I'm green as hell when it comes down to gambling. But that 8 minutes he was talking about, I wrote that down, man. Just because, see, what I do, like if I'm live betting or whatever, like if I know some soccer games are coming up in a couple hours, I'll set my alarm to wake me up around the 50-minute mark. You know what I mean? So you got to see. I got a real problem, bro, for real. Like if I see the game start at 7 in the morning or 5 a.m., I'll set my alarm for like 5:45 so I can chime in around it. So I can get in around this 45-minute mark to see what the score is. Yeah, man.
That's a problem.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I didn't get a chance to gloat, but my campus promote women to regain the lead early in the fourth quarter.
What sport do they play?
It's basketball.
Oh, it's basketball.
They closed the third quarter strong. Now they're up 61-59. Looking like a payday for the kids.
Say it.
Yeah, I got a problem. Let's go, campus promote with my dog Dojo.
If you're gonna watch the Hawks and the Grizzlies, it's probably better for you to do it near Cobb County instead of Shelby County.
Yeah,
that's all.
Hey, me and my dog Dojo, we celebrating. Campus promote about to pull this one out. All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna wrap this thing up in the last segment of the show. We're gonna talk about how do you respond to getting your head knocked off by a basketball in the middle of an NBA game. Like, can you ever recover from that? We'll talk about that and more to close up the show on Sports 56 Grindtime.
Hi, everybody. This is Dave Woloshin. I want to wish all of you the happiest and healthiest of holidays. It begins with Christmas and goes through New Year's, and I want you all to have the best of times. And a reminder, I've got a new show. It's from 10 to 11. It's called Wolo and Friends.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, where we've got more ways to get you what you need your way. Get the job done today with our free same-day store pickup. Just order online and pick it up the same day at your local AutoZone. Or get it done tomorrow with our free next-day delivery. Just order on AutoZone.com by 10 p.m. and we'll deliver it to you the next day. Getting your job done just got easier. Free next-day delivery and eligible orders. Restrictions at AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
They say this game can take you far. Your moves can take you further. Make moves that start movements.
Hennessy, spirit of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Oh! Man, you read my mind, bro. You be my jam right there, boy. Look at him. My boy in the mix. Gotta see her. Oh! Just to meet her, put me on a flight. See her.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I did not.
Oh, man, I got to do my dance. I'm doing my dance, man. Oh, man, I was doing my dance. There you cut me off, but I was hitting the mindless behavior dance on you. There it is.
Guilty pleasure. To give you a quick minute of mix. 90s nonsense.
Guilty pleasure. The guilty pleasure mix. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it for sure. All right, let's wrap this thing up, man. Yesterday, we were here in the final segment of Sports 56 Grind Time. Yesterday, man, I'm going to pull this clip up again, bro. We got to talk about this. Bro, this is the most ferocious. Hold on. Bro, let me pull this up.
We starting the show with mindless behavior. I got to see this dance.
By the way, like, listen, like, mindless behavior came out when I was in high school. I used to not like that song at all.
Bro, I love this song.
At
trash,
all.
Man.
It was terrible.
It was trash, man.
It was crazy.
Terrible.
Put me on a flight.
You got kids younger than me talking about put me on a flight. Like,
about a bunch of 4'11" dudes.
Right.
Bought that song I bought that album from my little boy for his like 9th birthday.
Man, that was a jam. Gotta see her.
Bruh.
Hey. Hold on. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it for the people. I ain't gonna let the people be hitting this. Hold on. All right, bro. Christian Wood.
Oh, goodness. You should have did that for the people.
Nah, they ain't ready to see that one, man. Too much of my midriff showing. Because the camera shows, like, I don't want to be like Elvis. Had the people calling in.
Man, you get an extra 20 followers by the end of the day.
Oh, man. I got my gray joggers on, man. I can't give it to him like that. All right, Christian Wood throws a pass, knocked some lady's head off last night. How do you bounce back from it, Joe?
From getting hit in the head?
Because, has the lady been identified?
That I don't know.
I mean, hell, the Grizzlies almost gave the game away hitting slow-mo on the back of the head yesterday.
Right.
Up 4 points.
Bro, I was ready to trade Kyle Anderson during the timeout.
You know what?
Like, bro,
it was Kyle's fault, but he shouldn't have threw that.
Bro,
he just turned and ran, but you still shouldn't have threw that.
Yeah. Kyle's my guy, man. He just looks so goofy when he's being bad. Like, he's just like, bro. It's like I start thinking about how bad his haircut is. Like, that type of stuff just comes through my head. Like, I give him a pass when he's hooping. And I say, okay, man, look at your hair, man. Just, that kind of stuff goes through my head when he does that kind of, you know what I mean?
If you would have gotten it faded up, man.
If he had the Christian Wood chop, you know what I'm saying? I could rock with him. Or if he had his hair braided like Dylan, I could fool with him.
The Dylan, man. All
man.
the ladies asking for the Dylan.
Like, Kyle, you can't be out there doing that type of stuff and your hair looking like that.
Mindless behavior here.
Man, hair just looking mindless. But yeah, shout out to this lady. We might have give her the salute music. Bro, I'm looking at this video repeatedly. This man clocked this lady.
She took it, man. She took it.
Watch this jump again. Hold on.
That was the crazy part. The accuracy of that pass from Christian Wood is uncanny, man.
Awful.
Like how? I get it. You know, trying to get the outlet, trying to get that quick shot before halftime or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
no, it's called the mid four. Remember, it's called the mid four.
And then, like,
the middle eight. I was kind of right. The middle eight. Yeah, that's what it is, Zach. The middle eight. It's not the end four. Yeah, middle eight.
Look, y'all talking foreign language right now. I don't have no idea what y'all.
And then
talking
Christian Wood, who looks like Scottie Pippen the second. He's on there. Happens to the best of us. Shackton, courtside tickets to any Rocket game of her choice. Bro, this ain't about you. My mama got her head knocked off by you.
It was from him.
It's about happens to the best of us. No, that getting hit by a basketball full speed in the head and courtside doesn't happen to the best of us.
And I just received a text says, you got any quick picks like you had yesterday for these bowls? I got them pulled up if you want me to shoot them off the hip.
Should have hit up Corey. Should have hit up Corey while he was
you got Maryland, Virginia Tech. No, that's tomorrow.
Well,
today you got Liberty Bowl. What you got in Liberty Bowl today?
No,
Mississippi State, Texas Tech?
Mississippi State.
Give the people something.
My campus promote women down 9 again. I can't deal with this.
I cook with
we gotta go, man. Trouble in Paradise is up next. We gotta go.
I think they're mainly picked Mississippi State.
We gotta go.
Enjoy the game though. Like
this thing.
You going to the game, Zach?
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna be watching that at home on the TV.
You actually gonna watch the Liberty Bowl?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I don't give a crap about it.
I'll be at FedEx with all those COVID people he was talking about earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you're right, man. They just come in, clock in, keep it pushing.
10,000 people.
Put people in a bus and ship you.
Yeah,
keep it pushing.
Ain't nobody getting tested nowhere.
They're not. No, absolutely not.
Man,
they're more worried about your parcels.
Exactly. But that's good too because I need my stuff. Drop it off. All right. Not Greg and Eli. Used to be Greg and Eli. Follow us. Brett and Gabe are up next. It's sports time. We'll see y'all tomorrow. And we out.
Nothing says Happy New Year like getting the SUV, car, or truck you want to drive into 2022. Everything you want is here at the new Auto Universe Germantown. Have you heard about this? Nothing but the best. The finest vehicles you'll see in one place anywhere. Make it to the lot and showroom on Winchester just off 385. Auto Universe is a lot full of luxury automobiles like Lexus, Infiniti, Audi, Jeep, Mercedes, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, Toyota. And get this, no haggle pricing. If you're looking for a slightly driven, previously loved pre-owned vehicle, you got to see these at Auto Universe Germantown, and they tell me they're adding more by the hour. Or go to eAutoUniverse.